Hello and welcome to Coffee Filter, where, pop culture and other shit is filtered through the brains of the Pot of Coffee team.
I'm Greg.
NIma.
Mike?
I'm Jeff.
For some reason, Jeff wanted to be last.
I really just wanted Barker to... I thought if I went next, Barker would just never go.
All right, so our subject today is...
I was inspired by the new RoboCop coming out to talk about remakes. Remakes that we liked, remakes that we didn't like, then eventually remakes that we would like to see happen, and remakes that we never want to see happen. Something that should never be remade. So I guess I'll start it off. Thank you. For me, a remake that I liked, it's not necessarily my favorite, but I just saw it, so I want to talk about it, is the new RoboCop movie. I really liked it. A lot of people haven't liked it. It's kind of one of those polarizing movies where critics are saying that they're not big fans of it, and they felt that the original had so much more to say, and it was so much more interesting.
Like Man of Steel.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it's a different kind of thing. But the thing I really liked about the new RoboCop is a lot of people were complaining that they ditched the violence and the blood and the gore because the original was very shocking.
It was almost cartoony.
Well, yeah, it was over the top, and there are some, not to gripe, it's a long time ago, but there are some really bad effects at the end of the movie where the guy gets tossed out the window.
Yeah.
It's like so obviously fake. It almost looks like claymation. If you look at his
it
arms...
Does. We'll even the part
I'm going to bring up some footage right now. It's...
I guess at the time, it's kind of like in Ghostbusters 2, you had or not Ghostbusters 2, but in also the film Ghostbusters, they had the dogs were clearly clay.
Yeah, you do what you can at the time, and I remember when Ghostbusters first came out, I thought all that shit looked amazing. Blew my mind.
Close-ups of the dogs look great, but and so which one you don't like? What's a remake that?
Remake that I don't like. I was shit. Oh god, I'm not ready.
You're not ready? Well, I'm gonna go on to since Jeff's not ready. We had all that prep time.
I had all that. I thought I had something.
Now here we go. Here we're gonna go. One of my favorite remakes. You want to go, NIma?
Oh wait, no. I got it.
Oh, you got it. All right, Jeff's got it.
Sorry,
Jeff's
got it.
his.
No second chances. Sorry.
This is a bit of a weird one. But I'm gonna go there. I liked it at first, but now I don't like it. I now no longer like the remaking of the X-Men because it's I know it's messed up.
Wait a second.
They
get out
because I
like
thought
First Class. You don't like First Class?
No. I liked First Class, but now they've fucked it up.
How
So
do
now
you-
I don't like
You
it.
haven't seen the movie.
No. They fucked it up by reconnecting it to the old one. It's just like this is an example of a remake that thought it was a remake, and then they undid it. Like I saw interviews. With,
I see what he's saying.
I know this is like outside of the subject matter, but it's
still-
all
I
that
see what
came to
he's wrong.
mind. But it's just like I saw interviews with like the what's the name of the younger actor who played
James McAvoy.
James McAvoy. I saw this interview with James McAvoy, and he's all like, "Oh, it's so amazing for me to now get to work alongside Patrick Stewart, who has done this different version, this reimagining, and I never imagined I would." Because they all thought they were in a remake, and it was a good remake, and it took the series, which I thought was bad, and moved it in a good new direction.
I wasn't ever sure if it was like a remake or a prequel. I don't think they
Yeah.
ever,
There was a lot of confusion about that when it first came out, but then you watch the movie, and things were different.
But you can't say you don't like a remake that hasn't actually been out yet.
No, I don't like it now.
Come on.
That kind of goes into our subject later about I don't want to see remakes.
I don't care.
No,
That's all I came up
are
with.
you
It's a really good
basing
movie.
that on the fact that
So you like First
X-Men
Class?
Last Stand was not?
Yes, it was bad.
But you liked X2, X-Men United,
I
right?
liked
Right?
all three of the
Not
X-Men
as
films.
much.
Me too.
Well,
But I'm just
it's
saying, a lot of people
the
say
difference.
The Last Stand was kind of where they lost.
I think people didn't like Last Stand because it varied from the comics quite a bit.
Oh, see.
I think
That's
Magneto
what
was
I
wouldn't
way
know
too
that.
much
For me, it's
all
not
three
even
of them.
about like being true to the comics. because I don't care if it's true the comics, because comics are all over the place and there are so many comics stories to tell, and the comics can suck balls, but
Yes, they can.
the movies can be great. Like, I've never been a huge... Thank you for that. I've never been a huge fan of Iron Man in the comics, but the movie was great, and that got people into Iron Man. He wasn't even a household name.
I wish they'd go more in depth on.
What are you gonna
Iron
do
Man's
if you
characters.
like the new X-Men movie? What are you gonna say?
Yeah, then what are you gonna say?
What are you gonna say, Jeff?
My favorite. We're gonna make a remake of this video. So Jeff will be like,
Here's my prediction: is there is no way I'm going to like X-Men: Days of Future Past.
Oh,
Wow.
you can't say
There
that.
is
You
no
can't
way.
say that.
I
You
am
can't-
going in with
you
the
can't go
lowest
in-
expectations possible.
Yeah, then mostly if I go to a film with low expectations,
Yeah,
then
usually
you
come
can't
out more
put Jeff.
satisfied.
But you can't say there's no way you're gonna like it. That's just a bad attitude around that.
I've got a bad.
That's
attitude
like this
about
guy in
movie.
any film that has a
It
religious like background. Anything with like
Any film.
Noah, you'll be like, I don't want to watch anything with a religious like tone to it. You're like, I don't like it because it's
like
got
the Book
something
of
to do
Eli,
with the
I was
Bible.
like, I just
Yeah.
rolled my eyes.
Well,
All right.
They threw that at you at the end, didn't they?
Yeah, they
like,
did.
You're like, so were you like, I love it, fuck this movie.
I was like, I like
That's
it.
pretty much
I'm
what
like,
it was
eh.
like.
I was like,
I remember he was like, it's the Holy Bible. I was like, what did you think it was? Like, well, they didn't need to show the title. I'm like, oh god. I
I
was
just
like,
said it was a book and just left it at that. I don't know why you needed
I actually
to use
like
the Bible.
that.
it's important that it's the
Yeah.
Bible. I mean, that's a whole different subject. We can talk about the
Yeah.
Book of Eli and a whole remake.
All right.
My
Right.
remake that I really liked, and I know a lot of people didn't like this movie, was Planet of the Apes. I did like the new one. I really like that one even more, actually. But I really liked
We're
the
not
Tim-
talking about Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
I
That's
like
the
that
good
one. I really like that one. Don't get me
Awesome.
wrong. But a one that I felt was very underrated that I wanted to elaborate on was the Tim Burton Planet of the Apes film. I loved that film, and I wanted to see a sequel so bad. Yes, Mark Wahlberg's a crappy actor. I've never liked Mark Wahlberg's acting. He's always got his squinty eyes. And he's always like, "What's going on, guys?
Oh
What's
no,
going on?"
the planet's
Yeah.
killing monkeys.
He's a horrible actor. I think he just plays Mark Wahlberg.
And plants are killing them.
But I really like that movie. Minus the kind of weird racist thing about how, like, I thought it was kind of weird how, like, they always make the joke with the Olympics, how, like, in the Summer Olympics, it's all, like, black people except for, like, the water sports. It's all white people. And there was a joke that, black people can't swim, right? And then they made some weird thing in the movie where the apes couldn't swim. And I was like, I don't know. I thought that was kind of racist.
I would-
It's a bit of
I
a
haven't
stretch,
seen it.
I think.
I
Have you
haven't-
ever seen the Tim Burton one?
I didn't know if I should say
Oh,
anything
Tim-
right now.
Tim
Maybe
Roth?
this was a scientific thing. Like, if you throw a monkey in the water, does it do okay? I don't know.
I don't
this.
know. But I don't know.
We'll
I just-
Google it.
I don't know. Maybe it's just because maybe I know. I just sound racist. Like, I don't know what it is, right? But because there's always that horrible joke, right? And I was just kind of like, that just seemed a weird placement. Anyways, I thought Tim Roth's character in it, like his villain, was awesome. Like,
The evil monkey general guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
What was it? What was the character's name? I'm trying to remember. I
It
thought
was a pretty effective.
I
villain.
thought it was pretty awesome. And I actually liked the twist ending at the end of it. It wasn't the same like, damn you, blew it up, you dirty apes. But or humans blew it up. What the hell am I talking about? But I loved it.
Where's the logic in that? I just want to point out that
It was like a
that
time
made
travel.
no, it was time travel. But okay,
There's
so
monkeys walking around
Okay.
talking and riding horses. What
Here's
are you
what I'm
blacks?
trying to figure out. What is he went to the future? There were monkeys had taken over
Spoiler
society.
alert. No, I'm just
Then he goes back to the past, and now the monkeys have taken over the past too.
No. He didn't know. He went to the future of the monkey planet.
Oh,
Of the ape planet.
Have
like
you
at
seen
the
this?
end?
no,
Or-
it turned out to
You've
be
seen
the
insane.
original.
We both have not
I've
seen
never. Is it
I think you'd like it. I think
Yeah?
you'd like it.
Is
The
it
way
different
I
from like
always-
the original? Like
A little
Are
bit.
you like the 80s one? Or are you talking about like, or not the 80s, like the 70s one? Are you thinking that?
well,
I've
I
seen
know
that
you're
one.
talking about like the
Yeah,
Tim Burton
it's
one, but
it's got similar things to it. I love the way the makeup looked too, and the actors and stuff. I thought it looked great. The ape chick was kind of sexy too, oddly enough. But it's you gotta watch it. But you and I clearly agree to disagree, Mister. I don't like First Class or not First Class. The second one I haven't even seen it yet. But one that I didn't like, and this is another one I found the majority of the public seem to like. But I find anytime you make a shitty horror movie, the public seems to doesn't like it for the gore porn. But I really disliked the new Evil Dead film. And I know a lot of people like that. I know who like horror films were like, oh, it's so amazing. And I found what it was missing. Like it didn't have to be as corny as the original Evil Dead.
It had
But
no humor.
It
at
had
all.
no humor
Yeah.
at all. And like, especially what made Evil Dead stand out so much was its hero. Ash was so charismatic and quirky, and then they had this just generic pretty female.
Yeah.
And of course, you see Ash in the end of the credits in a silhouette. Like, I don't give a shit. I just watched a shitty 2-hour movie to see Ash at the end so I can have a freaking nerd boner. Like, I don't know. I thought it sucked.
couldn't even really connect it that much to the original, but as a standalone film, if it wasn't called Evil Dead, I thought it was a pretty good horror movie.
Like, here's the original.
Like, it actually genuinely grossed me out a few times.
Yeah, you're kind of a soft. I'm just kidding. One thing I was gonna say that this is the other reason I think I was kind of really disappointed is because originally I heard, whether it be the rumor mills of the internet, because you know they say a million things, but originally the talk was that Ryan Reynolds was gonna play like kind of like a new Ash or Ash's son or something like that. And I thought that would have worked because I've always felt, this is one thing that's been bothering me about Ryan Reynolds' career so far, especially with something like Green Lantern, is I always felt that Ryan Reynolds is better comedic. Yeah. And when they throw him in some of these like serious roles, you just don't buy it. He's so weird looking. Like he is. He's handsome, but he's weird looking. He's got the little Mark Wahlberg beady eyes, but they're half the size of Mark Wahlberg's eyes. And his head's really skinny, and I don't know.
To all of our female viewers, we're sorry.
Yeah, I'm not sorry. You're an
I'm
idiot.
sorry.
Why do you like Ryan Reynolds? You should like me and Jeff. Anyways, Nima, what are your 2 movies?
Okay, best remake. I'm gonna switch it up here. It's different than what I mentioned before. Not to say that I didn't like the original, but the new Halloween Rob Zombie version of Halloween. I went in there like I've always liked the original just because I saw that when I was a child and it terrified me. Then I saw it when I was older and it still like genuinely creeped me out and I was like, wow, this is a great movie. So I went into the Rob Zombie movie with like lower expectations, I guess you could say, and I just came out so happy. I think what I liked about it was that it didn't really veer off that much from the original. I think Rob Zombie like did a smart move there.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yeah.
What do you think of the sequel?
Gonna get to that. Gonna get to that in a second. Okay. But what was I saying? You threw me off. Yeah, I just liked how he knew that the formula was right. He knew that it worked. He threw in his own little like taste here and there, little like modern updates, and it was awesome. And I also really liked how they extended the first half of the movie to like give us more of an idea of
I really like
how
that.
disturbed the child was.
I really
and how
like
much,
that
like,
aspect of it.
Yeah, that was awesome. So that's my happy with remake. And the reason I switched it up here is because it just goes perfectly hand in hand with the worst remake, I think. Well, I guess technically it's a sequel to.
It's a sequel remake.
But it's like
It's still a remake. It was
sequel.
because this one was a revisioning because the first one the studio was really tight on Rob Zombie, what he was able to do.
Really?
And the second one Rob Zombie was able to have
Full
complete freedom. And you could see why the second one sucked.
Which is weird because Rob Zombie's other films where he's had creative freedom have been great. I mean, I like The Devil's Rejects, but this, I don't even know what to say about. I didn't finish watching the movie. That's how
It was like
I just had to turn off because I didn't know what I was watching. I was like,
I felt they like turned him into Jason Voorhees.
Yes!
Like his mom was like trying to tell
What
him.
was that?
It was just made no sense.
just a blatant rip
But-
off.
I don't really remember the movie that much. It had supernatural elements, didn't it?
Yeah.
The second one did, yes.
Yeah, the
the first
second
one,
one.
the first one had no
No.
like super.
Yeah, that's why I
it
like
was
the
more
first one.
regular.
Yeah, Michael Myers is just supposed to be crazy.
Yeah.
He's not
But
supposed to be magical.
And then you saw him
Exactly.
take his mask off in the second one
Yeah,
too,
that
and he
didn't like that.
and he looked like me before I shaved today. Like he just had like this big grizzly Adam beard.
Yeah, yeah. So there you go.
And Barker, Mr. Chats a lot.
I'd say Star Trek. The
Yeah?
remake of Star Trek. The 2009 Star Trek.
Yeah.
I really liked it. I know a lot of people didn't. Like a lot of hardcore Trek fans didn't like it. I like both.
I loved.
I mean, it had action, more action, and it had a lot of Star Trek in it. You know?
It had a lot of Star Trek in it, and I found it like it didn't just cater to. The biggest problem with Star Trek in the past has always been Star Trek was for a very select group of people in a lot of ways, right? And they took enough Star Trek in the film and like made it for everybody, where everybody could kind of enjoy it. And in my opinion, like I didn't have it wrong, but I think a lot of the Trekkers had a big piss off about that.
They did.
Yeah, people weren't happy. I think less people were upset with the first one.
Yeah.
And more people were upset with the second one, the one that like, because Wrath of Khan, the original,
It was a remake of Wrath of Khan.
is like considered
The Star
like
Trek
the
film.
Star Trek movie, and then they redid that, and a lot of people didn't like it.
I don't
so.
think it was a remake of Wrath of Khan. I think it was a remake of the episode you know, with Khan in it of Star Trek.
I wouldn't know. You'd know better.
There was
than
many
I would.
parallels to the film though too, like with
Yeah,
the characters dying.
But the
and
fact
they
that like
switching
Khan
their-
had like, you know, darker hair, I don't know, just I don't think it was a remake of Wrath of Khan.
I think
Specifically.
Except there was 2 Federation ships fighting each. I thought that was kind of.
in my opinion, it was kind of maybe a revisioning. I guess is where we're going. I know the sequel. I liked the sequel. I just was disappointed.
You're expecting a lot.
I just expected to go more. Like I felt we saw the same storylines as we saw in the first film.
Yeah.
But that again, we could talk Star Trek another time. Where we could probably go on hours about that. And which remake did you not like?
I'm gonna go with Batman and Robin.
It's not a remake.
It's a remake of the Adam West 70s.
Oh,
It totally is. It totally is.
cheater!
I know.
Well, to
it-
be fair, I cheated a fair bit too. So.
Yeah.
But it is though. It is. It's like the camp. They were trying to go for that in that one. I don't like. Well, none of the same actors except Chris O'Donnell.
I'm at the point with Batman and Robin where it's like a guilty pleasure.
Exactly.
It's so bad. It's like
But
a
it's good.
comedy.
Yeah,
It's like watching
it's come out on the other end now.
I can't stand Batman Forever. I can't stand it. But Batman and Robin, if it's on TV, I will sit there and I will watch
like
it and I
Batman
will like have a riot.
I like
What
Batman.
drives me
Batman
crazy
Forever-
about Batman Forever is I feel like we missed out on something great. I'm so bad with actors' names. Guy who played Two-Face in that.
Tommy Lee Jones.
Tommy Lee Jones. I feel like we missed out on something potentially awesome with Tommy Lee Jones playing Two-Face.
Yeah.
I feel like that could have been great. I feel like we always almost get a good Two-Face and then we don't. Like even in Dark Knight. No. Here's the thing. I didn't think Aaron Eckhart was a bad Harvey Dent. No. I didn't think Aaron Eckhart was a bad Harvey Dent. I thought he was fantastic. I thought that movie was really good. But then when we got Two-Face, I was disappointed with the way he looked. And I was disappointed with the way he behaved. Because the Joker totally outshone him in the movie overall. But also, just as a quick side note, the entire side of his face was ripped open, but he talked perfectly with perfect diction and perfect pronunciation.
Dude, you need to
his
expand
teeth
your
are going.
I always thought I had a problem.
out there.
Wow.
I'll admit, I always thought I
I
had a
didn't
problem with
like-
expanding my
No,
disbelief with things.
no.
But man, you were worse than I am.
That's
drove
lost
me
every
crazy.
subscriber.
See,
That
See, I
drove
always,
me
I always
crazy.
find that people misunderstand Two-Face in that film, and he actually is the more important villain and the more devastating villain.
Mhm.
People are that's one thing about all the Batman films is that there's always this secondary villain that's kind of beneath of what's actually going on. In all 3 of the films, they have it, and that person, as menacing as the main shadowy figure seems like, not shadow, but the main figure seems like, the other one behind is actually the more tragic or bigger threat to actually Batman. And that's what I loved about the Two-Face character, regardless of what we thought of the performance. But I felt especially because he was that shining knight who became the bad guy. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that Batman and Dent had to make up that lie. Once again, I'm sidetracking. We have a whole thing about Batman another time. But so we're going to quickly go through
remakes that we would like to see happen and remakes that we feel should never happen.
All right. Jefferson?
So I'll start it off. This is gonna sound weird, and this is gonna show my really nerdy side. Is I don't like this anymore, and that's why I want to see it remade. But when I was a kid, this was awesome. Is Power Rangers. When I was a kid, Power Rangers was the shit. The original. Power Rangers was the shit. It was amazing.
Awesome.
I'm currently wearing a Green Ranger shirt.
I'm
But
wearing
if I go back and watch Power Rangers now, it's like pulling teeth. It is so bad.
It's not like Turtles is something you can
No,
watch.
Turtles is even the Turtles cartoon. It's not perfect, but I can still enjoy it.
You watch your mouth.
But the Power Rangers TV show, season 1 of Power Rangers, it is so hard to watch. It's painful. All the Power Ranger teenagers are these annoying, perfect little shit fuckers. Can't stand them. It's just the worst. But I have these wonderful memories of watching Power Rangers, and there was just something so cool about it. It felt like it was a part of something bigger. And yes, there's this Japanese TV show that this was made out of, but I know very little.
I had no idea about that
costumes.
a few months ago.
I love the costumes in the
It's got great theming and it's a lot of fun. It's a cool superhero team. So even if they made a movie or if they made a new show, I would really like it if they kind of updated it with modern sensibilities and made it more interesting.
Very cool.
Apparently, they're kind of doing something similar to that with this new Power Rangers Mega Force, which is on TV, but I haven't watched it. I don't know. Personally, I don't want new Power Rangers. I want them to remake the old Power Rangers.
Yeah,
So
that'd be cool.
That's what it comes down to for me.
throwback.
I don't want Power Rangers Mega Force or Power Rangers Time Stoppers. I want
Power Rangers WrestleMania.
I want Mighty Morphin Power Rangers remade brand new.
All right, so
That'd
what
be
do
amazing.
you never want to see made into a remake?
The thing that I never ever want to see remade, because to me it is sacred, is Indiana Jones. And now the reason I mention this is because Crystal Skull was so bad, I've just decided nope, doesn't exist. And unfortunately, that was a sequel. I can't call that a remake. But now we've gotten to the point where Harrison Ford is old enough that they basically can't, if they actually do dig up the bones of this franchise and go farther in, I'll be mad about that too. But at least I'll always have those 3 original movies and I can just ignore whatever else. But if they remake that, if they remake Indiana Jones with a new actor, I would be so pissed. To me, that is sacred.
What if they... This is just devil's advocate.
Yeah.
Because I've always thought about this myself, because it is a hard character to, like, recast,
Yeah.
kind of thing. What would you think of Indy being kind of like a James Bond character, where it's like someone else, you know, it's not
Somebody
a
else
remake, it's
inhabits the
just
role.
telling different stories. Or what about this? This is one of the things, so there was a picture of it online, was like, what if they did like an animated Indiana Jones?
That might be fun. Animation, you can kind of like separate yourself a little bit. There's been a lot of animated versions of existing things that have been fun. Like, I don't know if you guys remember this, but I remember like the Men in Black movies. Take them or leave them; they're not great. But I really loved the Men in Black cartoon show that was on TV. Like, I was never really big into the movies, but I watched the shit out of the cartoon show. It was great.
Yeah.
Sweet.
What does that mean? Watch the shit out of.
Like you just watch it to.
You just
I
watched it.
know, but like,
You
with the
watched it
actual
so
words,
hard that you took a shit.
you took a shit. All right, so for me, what are we doing? The sequels that we want to see?
Want and then don't want.
What I want, or not a sequel, remake is I want to see a remake of Spawn.
Okay.
Oh,
The
good
Spawn
one.
film is so bad. The Spawn comic is great and like
compared to
a
the
visual
comic,
treat. And I want to see more black superheroes like being prominent. And Spawn is one of the awesome black superheroes who's also not named Black Panther or Black something, Black Lightning. You know what I mean? Try to name black superheroes and then try to name black superheroes that don't have black in their name.
And it's not like he's just like gratuitously a black character. He is like it's important to his character that he's black, but it's not like his character isn't all about the fact that he's black.
Yeah, exactly.
That's just insulting when
exactly. It has nothing to do with, like, you know, it's just.
Such a cool character. Spawn
Yeah.
as a character.
Well, like the original film, I hated like half the time he was running around without his mask on, which, you know, and then when he had his mask on, it looked like he was wearing like a giant helmet with like lights on. And I don't even know if he never had the cape. I don't think in the original film. And that's the thing now with the CGI, they could really perform the cape like the way.
I think we're really at a time now where they could really hit that out of the park.
Yeah, like I think it'd be amazing because I know there was rumors online that a couple people were like, I think what's his name? He was playing Electro. Jamie Foxx is actually really interested in bringing it into the screen because he wants to play. What the hell's the guy's name? The guy who's Spawn. Come on, super
the character. I don't know right off the top of my head. I don't. I've never been big into Spawn. I've never really known it. But
say Simon or something. Simmons. It's been
not to sidetrack you, but there's a chance. This is all rumor. There's a chance that Spawn might join the Marvel universe because a character from the Spawn comics has joined the Marvel universe. There was this big event. Yeah, there was this big event in the Marvel universe that kind of like messed with like the
space-time,
the barriers between different dimensions, and this character called Angela, I believe, showed up with and now she's a member of the Guardians of the Galaxy. So they may. There's a lot of rumors saying like, oh, Angela, she was a Spawn like villain type thing, and now she's like come into the Marvel universe, and there's all these things, weird things happening in the Marvel universe where things are leaking in and shit like that. So there's a chance that maybe one day Spawn will come in.
That would be sweet.
Now here's something that might shock you guys for my one I don't want to see a remake of. I don't even want to see a sequel to it. The rumored, yeah.
Oh.
Especially now with the death of
Yeah.
Harold Ramis.
Yeah.
And, you know...
Now
and
would be the wrong time.
I've thought about it, and I've thought about us, like... You know, like, I love the original Ghostbusters films.
Yeah.
The second one, I'll admit, it's not as good as the first, but the first one is, like, just an amazing film. I loved it as a kid, and as I got older, it became better because I started to get the humor a lot more.
Yeah.
But, like, I mean, I got Ghostbuster tattoos, alright? So, I love Ghostbusters. And I even thought maybe they could make a TV series, and maybe it wouldn't even be that bad if they went to, like, just new characters. No, I don't want to see it. Like, some things are just, like you said, like, Indiana Jones kind of thing. It was like a Holy Grail, just leave it alone. It's good, it's great. Leave it alone.
Yeah, it doesn't. You don't need to dig up its bones.
Yeah, you don't need to just keep, you know, like, milking it. So, that's my thing. NIma.
Cool. What I would like to see be remade, and it's partly because of the web series that came out a few years ago, the Mortal Kombat
Oh
web
yeah,
series by, I think it was Machinima.
Machinima's like a
Mortal
network that like,
Kombat.
has other...
It was like Mortal Kombat Legacy.
Yes, and I thought that series was awesome. I really enjoyed it, and I just thought with like a full studio production budget behind it, and they just have that same like feel, would be awesome. And Mortal Kombat just has so many cool characters. We all loved them when we were kids. Scorpion, Sub-Zero, you could do so much with that. You could do like a whole movie on just Sub-Zero and Scorpion's relationship.
Well, they completely remade
Yeah.
the game. So like the game is like retcon,
Yes.
like the new one. So they could use that as a
New one
jump
was
off point.
awesome.
They'd have to use the music, though.
Yeah, that was.
Liu Kang.
You know what? The original.
Sub-Zero.
I actually really like the original. I don't know. I haven't watched it in years, but I really like the original. But
second one was
Annihilation.
so bad.
Annihilation is so bad.
Oh my
I
God.
didn't mind the first one.
First
Yeah.
one's not terrible.
So what
Okay,
don't
what
you want?
I don't want to be remade. Girly name for a movie, but awesome movie is The Princess Bride.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
no,
that'd be
yeah,
something.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
just can't
That's
do
another.
that.
That's
That
like
should
another
never
like.
be touched.
That's like a
Never
holy
be
grail
touched,
thing.
right?
No, totally
Yeah.
agree.
I don't even know what to explain except just don't do
Yeah,
it.
don't touch that shit. Leave
Don't
it
do it.
And finally,
Don't.
Mikael Barker.
I actually want to see an actual remake of Ninja Turtles. With
We're
puppets.
getting one. We're getting
No,
one.
with
Yeah.
puppets. With puppets, like.
You don't
like
wanna see
people
the Michael
in
Bay
costume.
produced
No,
one?
I don't. I don't want to see
No,
CGI turtles. That's the
no.
same as a cartoon anyway.
Did you see
Yeah,
the
oh, yeah.
Did you see the concept, the models that came out though? They look pretty cool. Did you guys see the pictures of it? It was
What did I compare them to?
The posters, they look like shit.
No, not the posters. Like the little not claymation, but like the little figurines that the animators were basing off of their
Like the 3D
the
models.
3D models. That
Were
had
were
CG.
they wearing pants?
No,
The ones I've seen, they were wearing like.
no,
Yeah,
but
they're
like
wearing,
Raphael had almost like a bandana on for his mask.
Yeah, I
and-
saw that. I didn't like it.
Oh, I thought
And like
it
it
was
looked like Donatello had raised goggles on his head.
Oh, I didn't see that Donatello.
Yeah,
I saw Leonardo and I saw Raphael and I was like, that's not.
I- I-
They had like
I-
bamboo.
Yeah, I didn't like that. Those are the
No,
ones I
I-
saw. I posted like a poster
Really?
of it. I really didn't like it.
I thought it was interesting.
I compared
Odd
this
man
one
out.
to
Let's
something.
beat him
that-
up.
You want to see the Michael Bay movie? No, I want to
I'll
remake.
watch
I just
it.
love Ninja
I'm
Turtles.
gonna watch
man.
it. I'm gonna watch it. Megan Fox looks sexy as hell in it, but
Yeah.
that's the whole reason I want to watch
But
it.
no, guys and puppets, come on. They
Yeah, the
look
puppets
they
ones
look
look
in the
way better.
80s. They're
Way
gonna
better.
look great nowadays if they actually do it with this. You know, they could see
Yeah.
in the mouth and the eyes. And
You're gonna watch it though. You know you're gonna.
I'm gonna
watch
watch.
We're all gonna watch it, but
but
we're
I'm
not
not gonna
gonna
enjoy it. That's.
But
I'm not
apparently they're not aliens anymore, so that's good.
it. Yeah, I knew that. That
Yeah.
was changed.
So that's
Gonna,
good.
oh, they're not.
They're not. He dropped that.
But still, it's gonna be a Michael Bay movie. What do you expect?
It's Michael Bay produced. He's not directing it. Hey, and Pain and Gain was a pretty good movie.
So I just want
Yeah.
to check with you here. So, the Turtles movie, you've already decided you're not gonna like it.
No, I didn't say that. No.
Just
No.
Just
That's not what I said.
I know.
I'm saying
I know.
it looks like crap.
I know.
I'm saying it looks
He
like
even
crap.
said we're all gonna see it.
I'm gonna see
Let's-
it,
let's
and,
let
and I'll
Michael
watch
Barker
any film with an open
finish.
mind.
Yeah, yeah.
And what do you not want to see a remake of?
You know what? I totally forgot what I had in mind, but let's go with what do I not want to have remade?
Yes.
Wolf of Wall Street?
Star Wars.
Star Wars?
Like actual remake to that. I don't think.
What about the prequels? What if they remade the prequels?
Oh yeah, totally remake the prequels, but like
Yeah.
actual like.
Yeah.
The,
Could you do a selective remake like that? Like
Yes.
we're just gonna say, okay, the first three.
Never happened?
No. Well, like
Yes.
the prequels never happened, but those ones did. Let's remake the prequels. Like
Yeah, you could.
What's wrong with
But
remake?
Marvel did that. Marvel's doing that. Marvel did it with the
Yeah,
Hulk.
you
Now they're doing it
could.
with the Fantastic Four.
No, I get that, but I mean,
Batman's just like, oh, you remember those old Batman films? Well, guess what? We got new ones. Now they're doing it again. Hey, you remember
What I mean is,
Nolan's
can
Batman?
you
You love?
pick one
Screw him. We got
piece?
we got
Can
Ben
you pick
Affleck.
one piece movies? Like, is that too confusing to the general populace?
No.
No,
Like, they're gonna be all like,
because people hate those.
no Star Wars movies.
Have you seen?
Wonder
No, I would have a nerdgasm.
But you know what?
Pleasure.
Those Star Wars trilogies aren't even related in the slightest.
They're
Yoda's
so
in both
crap.
of them. That's the only linking factor.
They're so
crap.
What are you talking? They're not related at all. Like, Darth Vader
What?
is Anakin
Yeah, but
Skywalker.
watch
That's
watch
a big relation.
Watch A New Hope. Watch A New Hope, and just listen to like Obi-Wan's like dialogue in it.
Yeah.
And everything he says about the past is totally inaccurate to what happens in the films.
He's a liar.
I'm gonna look into this.
Yeah, he's just a
liar.
freaking liar. All right, so on that note, because that's another thing we could just go on about Star Wars. That was our thing on remakes. So let us know what kind of remakes you want to see and you don't want to see, and which of us you agree with. And hey, live long and prosper.
Oh, hi. Didn't see you there. No, kidding. Just fucking around.